Perfect.
Who better than Derek, Pat, Andrew, the wrestling crew? Man, they bout to put an end to y'all careers like a finishing move. They bout to give y'all facts on these cats that's fighting on these mats. Y'all can't see them like John Cena. Even if y'all had 20/20 vision, y'all better listen, pay attention, and take notes down and realize that it's not your time now. And watch these three kings take the crown. Hey, hey.
Surf's up, dudes. You're listening to Wrestling IQ 101 with the Beach Bums. I'm the Flamingo.
I'm the Killer Craw.
And we also got
Brody.
Sun's out, bums out.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another edition of Wrestling IQ 101. I'm Andrew, alongside Pat and Derek.
You.
And you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram at Wrestling IQ 101. Also on WrestlingIQ101.com. And today we're sitting with the mega superstar. And he's also filming for Underdogs, the blue-eyed devil, TJ Marconi. How's everything going, man?
Good. Thank you guys for having me, man.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brought the boot party to us, man.
Oh, yeah, man.
Definitely. So, TJ, to all the fans that don't know who TJ Marconi is, even though I don't know how they couldn't, but just give us a background. How you got started in the business.
I grew up with a lot of guys that were into wrestling now, and some of them aren't anymore. So, Sean Maluda, Jaka, who's known as Johnny Freshman, I started with him, and Chris Dickinson. We all went to high school together, and Sean is obviously related to the Wild Samoan family, so he started training first. Tyson, Jaka, and Chris Dickinson started training after that. And I was the last one. I wanted to go to college and get my degree. I don't know. I want to wrestle, but I got to do this the right way. Like around 21, I got my degree and I was miserable. I was like, I got to start doing this wrestling thing now. And I went to Sean. I was like, how do I do this? And he's like, I know a place in New Jersey. Guy's named Magic. I knew him because I was a huge JPW fan. It's the only independent Billy show that I knew. I was like, hell yeah, I'll get trained by Magic. So I went to that school, got trained by Magic. I was like around 09, and here now.
So, talking about Magic a little bit, he's got his 35th anniversary coming up. Yeah. It's unbelievable.
He's 77.
77.
They'll tell you he's 83.
So, just talk about a little bit what Magic has meant to you personally.
He's sensei. He's the best, man. Like, a lot of wrestling, like when I was starting, it was hard to find wrestling schools. It was kind of like who you know type of deal, or you have to pay some crazy amount of money to get in. And he didn't overcharge me. He's like, "You want to wrestle? Come here, and let me show you know how to do." He didn't put me through any crazy test or maybe pay some crazy amount of fee. He was like, "You want to wrestle? You have passion for it. Let me teach you how to do it the right way." And he has so much influence to so many people that he will never take acknowledgement for. So I'm thinking that this show, the 35th anniversary show, is happening. It's tremendous because a lot of people coming out of the woodwork to actually give him praise. I think he deserves. He's the best, man. He's so humble, and it's a good model to model yourself after.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about SWF
and
Rob Fury. How did that friendship come about? And were you ever tempted by the Five Guys?
I mean, when I first, because Rob has this, everyone and their mother has an opinion on Rob Fury. I never worked for there. I never knew him. I just knew, I was trying to fill some bookings.
Okay.
I contacted Rob Fury. He's like, hell yeah, we're going to spot for you. And he's been great to me ever since. I don't believe all the hype that I see on the internet. Rob has been great to me. SWF has been great to me. And since I've been there, I see a tremendous change. I don't know if it's because of guys like me coming in or it's just the way it was about to happen, but SWF has become like a kind of a very much better independent show production than it used to be since I've been there.
And it all started with Mega Slam.
Yeah.
Where that was the genesis of the new beginning.
Yeah. Can
you talk about what kind of match, because you've been having quality matches with Kyle, teaming up with Kyle the Beast in Arcadia and Vinny Cenzo.
Yeah.
Can you talk about how that change has evolved and what you see in the future for SWF?
I think SWF has a place in wrestling in New Jersey, and maybe it gets in New York if it happens. But New York scene is really ridiculous right now. definitely has a place. You know, like in my opinion, I'll always be a Jersey Old Pro, like die hard in my heart. I think that's the number one yet, but it's my favorite, my favorite company. There's WrestlePro, who's gigantic. They draw. I can't take anything away from that. But SWF could be like that third wheel, like, you know, like right underneath there. If they get their roster right, they get their team right, and we're getting there. Like, the roster from when I first started to now is tremendously different. Calabrese, Arcadia, Anthony Gangone, even guys like Kid Christian and Jordan Oliver are stepping the game up now. The five guys, even though I hate them. You know, Vincenzo does his thing, and you know, there's a lot of good talent in SWF now.
Yeah, that's one thing that's like good about like right now the independent scene is like you said, WrestlePro, SWF. You know, you even got like UWA.
Yeah, they're doing a thing, man.
Yeah, JPW with Monster Mac over there working with those guys, and, you know, revitalizing that company as well. And it's like, I think it's just great for everybody. And being a fan as well is like, it's like so saturated now. You don't just got to go to one place. You can see everybody. It's so great.
I wish that the companies would work together more. Like, I know there's beef and they expose too much stuff. Yeah. I hate that because, like, a fan don't want to know about that. They just want to come in and get good wrestling. Yeah. Like, if there's UWA, there's JAP, there's WrestlePro, there's SWF, that's great for the fans because they got a show to go to every other day or every other week. You know what I'm saying? Like, why fight over little towns? Work together. Like, okay, you're gonna run that day. Okay, I'm gonna run the day after you. Yeah. Let's give the town two different race shows. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
Yeah.
So as a lifelong fan of JAP, to have the opportunity to go for them and the worldwide tapings, what was that like?
That was bucket list number one. So when I first started training, I made a bucket list, and literally I made an independent bucket list and like a worldwide wrestling bucket list. And the number one goal, the independent one, was Jersey Old Pro. Nice. And it took 9 years to cross that one off. So, I mean, it was bittersweet because I finally crossed that off. And I think I did all right. So now I'm coming back when they do the comeback show. I think the date changed, but sometime in October. Okay. So like, I'm happy that I impressed guys like Mac and enough to get a spot on the main show now.
It was pretty interesting. Like, I was hanging out there before the show, and it seemed to me like Larry Legend had a lot to do with kind of what was going on in the show and a lot of the behind the scenes stuff that I would never expected that he was having like input on. Can you just kind of talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, Larry's the man. So, you know, when Larry showed up, they gave him like the rundown because Larry is the host of Worldwide. Mm-hmm. So there was plenty of interviews that we had to do in the backstage. He knew where they were heading and like, okay, we need this interview post-match, this interview pre-match. So he knew everything that was going on that day from, you know, the office. But Larry was like the glue that held everything together in the back. He got every interview done. He got every guy to get his promo done right. If it wasn't right enough, they tried again. So Larry had a lot of help to help out the newer guys as well as guys like me to get their promo in for the worldwide taping.
Nice. And kind of like, let's say, going back to the beginning as well.
Yeah.
What was the turning point for you that kind of made you say, like, I'm going to be a professional wrestler?
WrestleMania 11. So I was 6 years old. I was watching Diesel versus Shawn Michaels, and I was watching it with my grandma. And Diesel wins, powerbomb, get the title, got Pat Anderson and Jimmy McCarthy. I'm like, that's what I want to do. I'm like, this guy is fucking UFC. This guy's tall, he's champion, he's got two blondes. I'm like, that's what I want to do when I grow up. And that was my goal since 6 on. You know, like I had. Okay, I want to be an accountant. I got my accounting degree, which I'm doing nothing with right now. But, you know, it was always, I want to be a wrestler and I want to be like Kevin Nash. Diesel at the time.
I got to ask you, what's with the London broil?
Oh, London broil. I cook steak, man. You know, I had a day, when I have off, I have a beach by my house that is just for people that live in my community. And I have a nice grill and I cook some London broil. You know? I take pride in my grilling ability because if you don't know how to grill, then you're not a man.
Nice.
I like mine well done.
Oh, you can't eat steak well done.
No, come on.
I needed moving. I needed to still move.
Oh,
Medium.
Yeah, medium.
Yeah. It's the secret to grilling, guys.
I was watching it live.
It's fantastic. You don't even need any sauce. It's you need to put cumin and coriander on all your meats. That's first, and then you add the marinade afterwards. But those two spices, for some reason, you know, like what enhances every flavor.
I'm gonna write these down.
Cumin and coriander.
Okay.
Got
it.
Now, besides your talent of doing that.
I just learned that talent.
Just learned
that. I cut the cord, as they say. So I just got the apps and the network, and I have the Food Network app, and I watch nothing but Chopped and Cutthroat Kitchen. And I swear I learned how to cook watching those two shows.
It was maybe like to sprinkle the salt.
Oh, like that guy.
Yeah.
It goes in your hand. Ruin the meat.
Now, besides that talent, me and Pat were talking earlier. We found out that you can do a great Arnold Swarzenegger impersonation. Oh man,
it's absolutely incredible to be here with you guys here at the 101 HQ of all of wrestling. And watching a movie film and drinking water, asking me a billion questions. It's fantastic. I was the governor of Cauliflower, California. It's unbelievable. So like growing up, it was Kevin Nash and then Arnold Schwarzenegger. So I wanted to be like both of them. So I wasn't Austrian, but I knew I could probably be Kevin Nash. But I tried to mimic his voice, and that's the product that could be the new story.
Spot on.
That was spot on. That could be the new story. You know, they
like Twins 2 or something.
I would wait, baby Arnold. That's all I'm saying. You know, they made Kindergarten Cop 2 without Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I refused to watch the movie. I don't think it exists in my world.
Yeah.
That could be the new angle. You know, Jordan, he's Angle's son. You could be Schwarzenegger's son.
I would 100% be Schwarzenegger's son. You don't even have to pay me. I will do it for free. I will work pro bono if I could be Arnold Schwarzenegger. You kidding me?
You've also been now beefing with Grimm.
Yeah.
What's going on with that?
All right, so I have two spectrums on this. At first, I hated the whole Grimm thing. I busted my ass to get into business. Mm-hmm. And my ass kicked against the business. So I thought he was just some guy who bought a ring and made a lot of money on music. Then I realized that he trained back in 2000. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He wasn't any good, and he admits that he wasn't good at it. So, but he was trained. He went to wrestling school. He trained. He did these video vlogs about toys, and he got a following about it. He bought a ring. Now, a lot of those guys, some of them are not trained, but a lot of them are. So he approached me, which he was like, "Would you be interested?" And I said no. But then the more I thought about it, I saw the following that this guy has. I said, all right, and there was guys there who wanted to learn the right way, how to wrestle the right way. So I made an agreement, which will kill the entire angle if you're listening to this. But I said, I'll help the guys who want to learn how to do this right. Yeah. I'm going to come on the show and I'm just going to beat everybody up. Because that's what happened in real life. As you guys are, quote unquote, parody wrestling. I'm not. Yeah. We agreed. I got a lot of hate mail. Never before in my life have I been told to fuck myself more. That fan base is rabid. They thought I was the devil, and I went along with it. I'm like, this is cool because they still believe that wrestling is real. Like, even though wrestling to me is always going to be real, they bought into everything. They thought I hated this guy. They thought everything was just, how could TJ want to beat up this guy? And it worked, and I sold a lot of t-shirts that week, which was the number one thing. I made a lot of money off the, they have like the pay-per-view thing they do now. Yep. And I mean, you know, I don't agree with everything they do, but I don't agree with everything SWF does either. So you hire me to do a job, and I'm going to do it. And my job on Grimm was to be, a dickhead, and I did that job pretty well.
It's funny, like some, I forget who it was, they described it to us as being an entertainment show about wrestling.
That's exactly what it is. But a lot of those guys had the same passion for wrestling that I did when I was starting. But, and I explained to them, like, hey, if you want to do this the right way, there's schools. There's CCW school. Yeah. There's Monster Factory. There's 911's school. Mm-hmm. There's Ace. There's schools. Go learn how to do this the right way to protect yourself. Like, I'm not going to shit on you because, you've never been trained. No, I want you to not get hurt. Wrestling hurts.
Yeah.
You take one wrong fall, you're paralyzed.
Exactly.
I was watching something, the guy got thrown out of the ring and didn't protect himself and landed on his face. And I was like, dude, you have to learn how to do this the right way. I mean, it's fun and entertaining, but you have to learn how to do it the right way.
Exactly.
So that was my agreement. Like, hey, the guys who want to learn how to do this right, I'll work with them and teach them how to do this the right way. And I'll play the guy like I'm not. I'm just going to come and beat everybody up. Because if you guys are parody, I'm not. And it worked.
Now, is there I'm pretty sure there probably is, but the differences between like working for, like Grimm and working for, a more established independent company like SWF?
The Grimm is like you're doing a movie. Yeah. I would say more or so a movie. It's more pre-recorded, more catered towards their kiddie fan base. Yeah. SWF, JP, stuff like that. It's a live show. More wrestling aspects. Mm-hmm. Grimm is like a movie with wrestling going involved.
Yeah.
It's just a movie inside of a wrestling ring.
Gotcha.
So, talking about established places beyond wrestling.
Yeah.
So you were there kind of since the beginning.
Yeah.
What do you think about the progression it's made, and just talk about the strides there?
I mean, from it starting, so Grimm's torture reminded me a lot about reminded me a lot of Beyond Wrestling when I first started.
Yeah.
So Beyond was a backyard company that was run by Drew Cordero and his friends in the middle of Ohio, which a lot of people don't know. And it got so much of a following on YouTube, similar to Grimm. So wrestlers, like the guys from the Northeast, were coming out there to get that following, because the Northeast at the time was just like stagnant, and it was the same guys, and the guys coming up had no opportunity. So they went out there and they wrestled out there and they got opportunity. Those guys were like me, Chris Dickinson, Jaka, Pit Boss, Sean Maluda, Eric Corvus would go out there and do a match and wrestle each other, not the backyard guys, but wrestle each other. And it would be thrown on YouTube and it would have thousands of hits. And they'd go, oh shit, we need this guy on our show. That's how Gabe Sapolsky found Chris Dickinson. Because Dickinson was rock and rolling around here and got nowhere.
Right.
Did Beyond Wrestling, the backyard company, and then got put to a ball of wax. To see it go from a borderline backyard company to like one of the best in the Northeast it feels like home to me, and I'm proud of them. I'm not there full time anymore, but I'm always going to be happy for them. The progression they made. They're one of the top indies in the country right now.
Yeah, it's pretty unbelievable.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I didn't even know they started out like that.
Yeah, that's a secret. All right, no, I'm joking. No, it was basically like when I saw the Grimm thing and I realized that it was a guy who was trained and it was a guy, like, it reminded me a lot of what Beyond was. And you're surprised how Beyond was a backyard company. That's basically what it was.
Wow.
Now, you had cut an awesome promo on Jack Swagger.
Wearing a shirt.
You don't know Jack.
Yeah.
And then you got to wrestle him at Roll the Dice in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
How was it getting in the ring with Jack Swagger?
That was a bucket list of mine too. So Jack, I knew he was super talented. He's a collegiate athlete, All-American. And watching him, I'm like, this guy is tremendous. If he makes it to the Indies, he's gonna be the top of the class. I don't know how his other matches are going, but he came in, and some guys will come in and just like flying by and not really want to wrestle. He came in to work, and I don't know if you guys saw the match or the match is out yet. I'm not really 100% sure, but I'm very proud of that match. We went out there, we killed each other, and it was great. And I was happy that he came to wrestle and not just goof off and play around like some guys off TV do.
I feel like Cody is another one of those guys.
Yeah, Cody came in and he's like, yo, I'm here to prove that you guys messed up.
Yeah, so and that's cool that these guys have that mentality. Even right back to like, these guys are not just taking the payday. These guys want to get in the ring and show people,
exactly
what they can do. Right? So, how did your promos come about? Because those are pretty good. Was this natural?
It was at first. It was a practice. So like I've always been able to talk around people, and I wasn't shy in front of the camera. But there's an art to a promo. Someone could just go on there and scream and yell, and that's their promo. But I looked at a lot of different promo styles. So I was doing my homework. I'm like, all right, who drew me in the most? And it was guys like Jake, the Snake Roberts, and there's guys like Ric Flair, and guys like Mr. Perfect, and they all had different stuff that they do. Jericho was the guy I really modeled myself after, the latest one. So I said, all right, they changed the volume of their voice. And when you change the volume of your voice, it makes people listen. So I make sure I do that in one of my promos. And there's times when you want to get your point across and yell and scream like Ric Flair. Ric Flair just rambles and then goes boo. If you really watch his promos, it's just he's talking, and when he needs a minute to think, woo. That's literally, so like people go, how do you do a promo? You write it down? I'm like, no, I just talk. And if I get stuck, I'll say something to get my train of thought back. Or how do you get people to get hooked in? I lower and raise my voice when I talk. Because when you lower your voice, they have to listen. Yeah. If you want to put a point across, raise your voice a little bit more. And then Mr. Perfect, no matter what, as a face or a heel, he would always put himself as number one. So a lot of places would tell you never bury your opponent, never shit on your opponent when you're cutting the promo. No, I'm cutting the promo. Yeah. I'm the one selling myself to the people watching. I'm selling the match. I'm making myself number one. people don't agree with me, but The Rock did it. The Rock never put in one of those. Ever.
Yeah.
Never. You suck, Rudy Poo, candy ass. And that's why he's the biggest freaking star in the world. So, so that was like my promo and stuff. I took my ability to be able to be comfortable around talking, and I said, all right, let me get these guys who are good at promos and kind of take a little bit from each one and make it my promo style.
So coming up, you have an event at House of Hardcore.
Yeah.
What's it like wrestling and working with all those types of guys like Tommy Dreamer and all those big names?
I mean, House of Hardcore was a goal of mine as well. I had a match with Tommy Dreamer. I think it was November of 2015. And then after the match, he goes, start coming to House of Hardcore. I'm going to find a spot for you. Because I don't know why you haven't been on TV yet. Exactly what he told me. So I went there the first time, and I think it was a test. I went there, I set up the ring, I set up the chairs, and I didn't even ask him if there was a spot. I was just there, and I was being like a hand and doing everything. Went the next time, and he had a spot for me. And ever since then, I've had a spot. And he always gets me something on the show. I look forward to it because it's my biggest audience at Wrestling Pro. So, I mean, I'm trying to get further up the card, and I'm kind of like the lower end of the totem pole right now for some reason. Not to bury everyone there, but like they're coasting by, and I'm like, give me that fucking spot. Like, how many times are you gonna see Bull James and all these guys, and I just coast through the match because they're like, okay, we're cool, we were on TV and we know what we're doing. Nah, man, give me that fucking spot. Let me show people what I can do. Like, I got the spot against Jack. I'm sorry, I'm getting passionate. I got the spot against Jack Swagger, and I went out there and killed it.
Exactly.
And when people are going to see it, they're going to be like, all right, this kid needs to be more places.
Actually, it's kind of funny because the first House of Hardcore I went to, you and Will James wrestled each other in touch.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
That was a great match.
Yeah, it was 4 minutes.
4 minutes. Oh man. So can you kind of tell us, all right? So from when you started to where you are now, just like the evolution of TJ Marconi, because it's like right now it's like TJ Marconi. Whether you think it or not, I mean we think it's like TJ Marconi is a big name,
That's
like in independent wrestling.
Yeah, it's humbling to me, really. Because I wake up every day, I'm like, I got what the fuck am I going to do to make a name for myself? I'm sorry for the language. So when I first started, I was known as Big Money. I swear. Magic goes, you should be like a loan shark. I'm like, look, people owe you money. And I'm like, Big Money? That's your name. So I had a book, and I would be like, you owe me money. And I was like straight up Italian, like from The Sopranos. Had like black suit on the whole time. Did that for a little bit, and I hated it. I realize now that I probably made a lot of money with it, but I hated it. Then Lady Gaga was starting to get big. And for some reason, I thought I should be like Lady Gaga. So I grew my hair out long, and I was calling myself the paparazzi prince. My hair was blonde. I said, I'm being TJ Marconi. I hate this big money shit. And then I look back at that, and I deleted every single photo that I ever, and it's deleted. But now you guys know, if you look up paparazzi prince, you'll see me blonde. Hold on. No, I probably deleted them all. But yeah, holy shit. And then I slowly but surely, I took a lot of time off because I got hurt, and then I was starting to get bitter. And I had no reason to get bitter. I was like 2 to 3 years in the game. There's no reason for me to get bitter, and I started to come up with the Crusade for Change idea. Yeah. And we did that beyond a little bit, but not to the extent that I wanted to. I took more time off because I got hurt again. And I said, dude, I talked to Darius, I'm like, dude, we have to run this Crusade for Change thing. He's like, oh, whatever. I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, this Guy Fawkes Anonymous movement thing that we are not babyface, we're not heel, we're us. It's us versus the world. We don't like the way wrestling is going right now, we're going to change it and make it our own image. Yeah. I'm telling you it can work. And we did that in 2013. And now since then I've seen many masked anonymous groups happen throughout all of independent wrestling. I've seen it happen on TNA, with the DCC. They could have just hired us, would have done a better job there. But so that's a progression. I did I was a Big Money, what my trainer wanted me to be. I did a Lady Gaga shtick for like 6 months, which I hate. I'm sorry that you guys know that now. And then I was just another big guy named TJ Marconi. I got hurt, I got bitter, I started thinking, I was like, dude, let's run with this Crusade for Change thing. And I started doing that, and I started getting a little bit of steam. Excuse me. And that was 2013. And now a lot of places use me as a babyface. And when I'm a babyface, I'm like, all right, I'm going to be Diesel from 1994. So that's kind of like my progression of character.
It's funny, like Darius Carter, he still uses the Crusade for Change, and he said how he was like hesitant to do it.
Oh yeah,
he still has
because he was all about being wrestling richest prize. And he wanted to be the black Ted DiBiase or like Ted DiBiase mixed with MVP. And I'm like, dude, like if you're gonna listen to this, I'm sorry. Like there's like TJ Marconi gets shut off when he goes in the back, and I become Troy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I know that I'm Troy throughout the day, and I have to be Troy. I don't have to make TJ Marconi work when I'm TJ Marconi. But Darius isn't a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? So like you gotta shut it off. And I'm sure you could be the millionaire character, but wrestling fans know that you're not.
It's like Virgil.
You're not. You look like Urkel Virgil. Okay? But you're super talented, just like me, and we're not being used. And people believe that we're pissed off that we're not being used, and that we want to just burn everything to the ground and make it like us. I'm telling you, they'll believe it. I'm like, just trust me. We all have the masks. We're not a group with one leader. We're all one, and we keep adding people who feel like us. We legitimately feel that they're being slighted by independent wrestling, and it's gonna get over. And he was so against it, and now I'm still using it too. Like I still have I have it at Excite Wrestling. I have it in a different way at SWF. But the fact that he was so hesitant about it. And you see him now, you're like, what?
Exactly. Yeah. You would never expect it.
Yeah.
How long does it take you to do the face paint?
The one time I did it, there was I didn't do it. I had Brooke do it. It took her like a half hour, but it was fun, man. It gets in your eyes.
Oh man!
So when you're wrestling, I'm like,
you're like all sweaty.
So now what I'll do is for the big matches, I get the blood, just throw the blood on me. A lot easier.
So, Mike Orlando is always ahead of the curve with the merchandise and the theme song and stuff like that. You have your own theme song too. How did that come about?
One of my good friends I went to high school with, who kind of grew up well, was he backyard wrestled with Dickinson and Jonathan and Laluda. His name Exit. He's a rapper, right? And everyone has their thing. And he's like, I'll make you a song. I'm like, all right. He's like, what do you want it to be called? I'm like, I'm kind of doing this boot party thing, so kind of steal house parties, beat, and do whatever you want to. And that's what he did. And it was a boot party. And I don't know, the song works.
Yeah.
It's literally, at first I'm like, this is so corny. But then people are like, this song is awesome, dude. I'm like, all right, thanks, man. It's not mine. I didn't write it.
It's really brilliant too because Mike didn't like the music they dubbed over his thing.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'll just keep my theme out. I have a song now, and every time you come out, your song, they don't dub your song either.
Yeah.
And it's it feels authentic. You don't hear the edit and stuff like that. So I think that's pretty cool as well.
Just be careful because Meek Mill's got a lot of beef going on.
Listen,
he might come for you, man.
I'm a game fan. I'm still your beat. No. I'm working on buying a beat similar.
Yeah.
I actually look at it because I know when I do House of Hardcore and stuff like that, I can't use the song.
Yeah.
So I'm working on getting a beat very similar and buying it, copywriting it, and then having a re-rap over it.
That'd be dope.
But what I did is I have a Crusade theme that I bought.
Mm-hmm.
That's mine. I copyright it. I can do it on any show I want. It's a little more staticky and not really a beat like that, but it's mine. I want it just in case I have to use a song with copyright.
Definitely. So, as far as you have the boot party.
Yeah.
So, besides you, who has the best boot in the business?
Nobody.
Oh man.
That's my thing. I can't give everyone else.
Where did you learn your boot from? Who did you watch? Did you got it from Diesel, from Nas?
Diesel. No.
You didn't tear a quad, right?
No, I didn't tear a quad. I got a good Nash story after this when I had this problem. But man, Test has such a boot.
Oh, he did.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
so right.
I always thought I was going to be able to use the power line, right? And then Test started doing the boot. I was like, shit.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how the sound happened. Now everyone knows how the sounds happen.
Yeah.
You just kick a guy in the face real hard.
Yeah, of course.
But Test has such a good. It was believable. Like the Sheamus boot nowadays is believable.
Yeah.
Luke Harper's boot is believable.
Yeah.
Luke's got the little he sits on his knee after he does the thing. Even Sami Zayn's one in the corner.
Oh yeah. Hell of a boot.
I like it because I was watching the Balls of Fire pay-per-view, and the boot was the finish twice, and I was like, yes, yes. There was a boot finish twice. It was Cesaro Sheamus' first pin, and then I think the boot was someone else's finish as well. I just can't remember off the top of my head right now. The boot was the finish. Oh, Big Cass.
Oh, yeah.
So the boot was a finish twice. So I was like, all right, cool. No one's shitting on the boot today.
No, besides the boot as well, something you also got from an older wrestler, you do old school as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Like 6'6", man,
So,
doing
like,
that.
My biggest thing when I was training, Magic could attest to this, I wanted to be able to do all the cruiserweight moves at my size. And when I first started training, I was 420 pounds.
Oh, man.
So, and he was like, you can't do that, man. And I did. I did every thing a cruiserweight could do at 420 pounds.
Wow.
And he's like, all right, it doesn't make sense that you do it. So I tailed back a lot. But now that I'm getting a little bit, I see how the business is changing, and every guy is doing moonsaults. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to do moonsault, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to walk. I'm going to tackle over and do old school. They're like, oh, it's stupid. I'm like, yeah, but if everyone else is doing moonsaults, I can get the same reaction doing old school, or I can do the same reaction doing trustful, or I can do the same reaction, doing something athletic. I don't have to do what every other big guy's doing right now, like Dijak and Keith Lee and all these other big guys are all doing moonsaults.
Yeah.
Why am I going to try to copy them?
Exactly the same.
I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do a trustful. I'm going to get the same pop.
Yeah. What was your Nash story?
Okay, so Five-Borough Wrestling brings in Kevin Nash to do a spot with me. It's a tag match. It's Kevin Nash was supposed to wrestle, but hurt his quad, right? No, he hurt his knee. It was X-Pac and Mike Vernon versus me and the Stockade. And the match was leading up to Kevin Nash coming in and hitting me with a chair. So I get my moment with my hero, and the fans go home happy. And things happen. I'm beating the shit out of X-Pac, and the referee's down, and Kevin Nash just come in, grab the chair, boom. I'm waiting. Where the hell's Kevin? Right? I did the ref bump. I grabbed the chair, hit X-Pac with it, threw the chair down. I'm standing over X-Pac. You old fucker. Yeah, you. And I'm like, where the fuck is Kevin? And I look back, and he's stuck in the bottom rope coming into the ring. So a lot of things are going through my head. I'm like, all right, first of all, why is he coming in through the bottom? He never comes in through the bottom.
Never,
Comes
right?
over his
I do every match. I come over the top. So I have my hero stuck in the bottom rope like a turtle. So I'm trying not to laugh. And I'm also saddened that my hero is stuck in the bottom rope. He looked like he needed help. I'm like, I'm here for you, Uncle Kev. Like, to help you out. You hit me with a chair. And I was very hurt.
Oh, man.
I'm like, damn. But, that was probably one of the top moments of my career is, doing this spot with Kevin Nash. It's like, I even fangirl to him. I don't give a shit. Everyone was like, don't do it. I'm like, I went up to him after the match and I was like, dude, you're the reason why I got into wrestling. Not Shawn Michaels, not Bret Hart, not Hulk Hogan, not anybody else. You. He's like, why? I got 5 moves. And I told him exactly what I told you guys. It was WrestleMania 6. He goes, well, you got good taste, brother.
It sounds like something.
That sounds just like what he was saying.
Like when
because we met Hall and Nash.
Friend take his picture.
And there's like Scott Hall is just like the coolest dude, man. And they're both just like down to earth, chill dudes. Both
their characters are them.
And that's just how they are, exactly.
I had beef with Diesel for so long because I loved Diesel growing up, and I went to a car dealership for a signing, and it was in the middle of a blizzard, and my grandma took me, and my mom and my sister, and Diesel couldn't make it, and they said, my grandma was like, oh, they replaced it with Bret Hart, and I'm like,
Bret Hart?
Like I was telling you guys before we rolled, I never went to a live event because I said to myself, I'm not going to go to a live event until I get there. Yeah. So I did the extra work in 2015 and I finally went to WrestleMania in 33. But I went to WrestleMania 10's Fan Fest. And the Fan Fest wasn't as big as Access Day. It was just like the day before we had people there. And it was supposed to be Bret Hart giving out signings. I'm like, holy shit, Bret Hart, he's cool, man. I like Bret Hart. And then he got pulled, and they gave him Owen Hart, which at the time he was the biggest heel of the company. So I'm a kid. I'm like, screw him! I want Bret Hart. This sucks. I hate Bret Hart. Screw him. So I've had like beef with Bret Hart since then. You know what I'm saying? I wanted an autograph. Yeah. Well, I get to see him in the House of Glory in a few weeks.
But 4 times Bret.
Yeah.
And each time I'm like, this is like that was my guy. Diesel's yours, Bret was mine. And it changed throughout a couple times, but But yeah, so like he didn't show Diesel, and I carried that for a couple of years, and then it was so funny. Like I ran into him in the rec center, and I was like, X-Pac was there. He's like, "You want my autograph?" And I'm like, "Not right now. I gotta get Kevin Nash, man. That's my dude." And my grandma passed away, so I never got to tell her I got to meet her. But talking about Jersey All Pro, we shared roots growing up, enjoying that.
It's the best.
You actually got to wrestle one of the best indie wrestlers in my opinion. That Stan Moff.
Yeah.
How was it getting in the ring with him at Ace?
It was so Ace gave me the quote unquote ball before anyone else did. So I was just getting by doing a couple of Beyond Wrestling bookings, just trying to get my name for myself. And I went to one of their Crossroads show, which is their WrestleMania type of deal. And I was on the opening match. So just a filler match, go in there, do 10 minutes, do your thing. A couple shows later, they gave me they needed a new champion, and they said it's built around him. He's tall, he can talk, he can work. Let's see what we can do with him. And if you guys know, Dan Moff was like the guy at Ace for a long time.
Yeah.
So I'm the guy at Ace for like a year, and then Moff makes his return to Ace to wrestle me. So I was like, this is cool because he hasn't been at Ace in over like 2 years. I've been running the ball. If he left, I picked it up, and it was just a match made in heaven. And Moff's so good. So underrated. If that's even because everyone knows Moff should be on TV, and Moff should be the guy on TV. That's how passionate he is about wrestling, and it was a tremendous match. I look forward to more.
You know what I think is pretty interesting. You're such a big guy, obviously, and instead of telling the usual story where it's a big guy against a smaller guy, a lot of times you get paired up against a big opponent, like a Bull James or a Jack Swagger, Snitsky.
Yeah.
So, what do you think the reason of this is?
Oh, because people like seeing larger than life guys going at each other, and I like it because then it helps me with my promos when I beat them. I'm like, I'm the best big guy in wrestling. And sometimes it's really good when you have a big guy versus big guy, because if you have two athletic big guys, you have a tremendous match.
Yeah.
But sometimes you don't, because I'm giant, you're a giant. We can't do our normal moves with each other because a guy can't carry his own weight, so sometimes it doesn't work. But I've been blessed to have guys like Snitsky, guys like Moff, and Kyle Beast even. You know what I'm saying? That it's been a good clash of styles, and Jack Swagger's very deceptively tall and big, and we've had really good matches. But I prefer styles make matches. So if you give me the flip guy versus me, I can do matches with him because I can throw him even higher than he can ever get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I like doing the matches that you think it would be like a cruiserweight versus a heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? Because you can do more with that.
Yeah, it's funny because you had a match with Jordan Oliver.
Yeah.
And man, he was flying around the ring, and you were just you were on him and stuff like that. And that was great. Do you see the potential in him?
Oh, I don't know if you guys were there, but I shot from my heart, and I said this kid will be the future of wrestling. He is, I think, legit 17 or 18 years old. Yeah. That's not even just a joke. He's legit 17, 18 years old. He needs to eat.
And his promo on you too is awesome.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, man. He went in on me, that little guy. But by the time he's 23, 24, 25, and he goes to the gym and puts on weight, and keeps his head down, and just keeps his head down, his eyes open, his mouth shut, and his ears open. And I'm telling you, he's going to be the guy on the scene because he naturally gets it. I wish I knew what I was doing at 17 years old in my life. I didn't get into wrestling until I was 21, 22. I had to get good at it until I was about 27, 28. The past 2 years, I've been getting good at this, quote unquote, I guess. But he's getting good at it at 17. Imagine what he's going to be like when he's 23, 24.
Yeah. And then he has his partner, Kid Christian, as well. Another one that's
it's crazy. These
both of those guys,
right?
Leo Rush is 22, going to be in WWE.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's nuts, man.
It's crazy.
You talk about larger than life.
Yeah, man. Love that.
That's a great tag team.
And so House of Glory, Red and Brian are awesome, by the way. They run a tremendous school, a tremendous company. I have nothing but high praise for that company. I was brought in as one of the only guys not a product of their school. I was given an opportunity, and I ran with it. I went in there and just kept building and building. First, I was teaming with Josh Goliath to Click, and I knew my rules. I'm taking one of their students and teaching them what I know about wrestling. Josh unfortunately got hurt, and he's going to be out for indefinitely. So another student came up, and it was Brian Burgundy, really big Brian Burgundy. And when you look at us, he's 7'2", and I'm 6 foot, but in reality he's 5'2", and he thinks he's 7 foot 2. So it's a good haha comedy type of deal, but it's also fun because it's a clash of styles, and it's like you have a really big guy, a really small guy who thinks he's a giant, and they're going out there and having fun and also doing work in the tag match. And it's a good visual because when you see the two of us next to each other, you see how small he is. And it just adds to the tag team.
Yeah, when it comes to like wrestlers now, it's like a lot more evolved than how it used to be. Like, you're a big guy, you're very versatile. Like, perfect example is Kyle the Beast. Like, he can do like freaking everything.
Yeah.
Do you think we talked to the Patriot, Del Wilkes, and he kind of told us, like, for big guys to be doing like, moves like that or like drop kicks, missile drop kicks off the top rope, like it kind of like ends their career faster. Do you think that kind of like it hurts them?
It physically hurts them.
Yeah.
Like, because it's a lot of weight falling. Like, it sucks. The ring hurts.
Yeah.
The ring hurts. It's just I'm like an old school guy, I guess. So like, I wish that wrestling could be like a big guy could just do a headlock and a body slam and he would get over.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that anymore. And I not that it's wrong, but like the way I got over, quote unquote, over nowadays is doing the athletic stuff, doing the stuff that I knew I could do, and doing the quote unquote cruiserweight stuff as a heavyweight.
Yeah.
Does it end your career more? I don't think so. Everyone's got their own opinion. Wrestling is like ice cream. There's 1,000 flavors, and each one of them has some people that like it, some people don't.
Yeah.
But me personally, I'm gonna keep doing my thing, and hopefully it works. Because I know once I get to somewhere that's paying me a salary, then I'm gonna do whatever they tell me to do.
Exactly.
So up until that point, I'm gonna have fun doing it and doing what I'm good at.
I feel like wrestling is probably a lot more safer now than it was when Del Wilkes was probably wrestling.
Well, back in the day, the guys just start kicking your ass.
You get your going on.
Yeah.
You gotta go to work the next day. Now they sit you down.
They sit you down and bring
concussion protocols, all that stuff. Yeah, man.
Like,
well, on the WWE and shit, but indie wrestling, I've seen a guy at the show this past weekend. He's got like a vagina in his fucking head. Right
Oh my god!
And Doc comes in, there's just a few scrapes. I'm like, dude, I can see his fucking skull, man. Send him to the hospital. And the guy's like, I ain't got insurance. I'm like, then why the fuck?
Oh my god!
You know what I'm saying? Like, I would not be wrestling if I didn't have health insurance. Attention, independent wrestling. If you do not have health insurance, do not wrestle. It hurts.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Oh my goodness! Now, as far as like you talked about some of your goals and your list of things you wanted to do.
Yeah.
What is a goal that you want to accomplish this year?
I have it on my phone.
Oh man, nice.
I'm very organized.
No.
Insert music here. All right, so for the rest of this year, I have a singles match at House of Glory. I haven't done a singles match yet. I'm always in multi-mans or tags because they know that I can help multiple people out and learn how to call a match in multi-mans. I haven't done my crazy dive yet.
Nice.
If you guys see my stuff at House of Glory, I kind of do something crazy every time. I can do something that a big guy shouldn't do. I'm going to pull it out when you guys see it. Hopefully it goes viral.
Nice.
I really want to wrestle Paul London. Paul London and I did a movie together, and we hit it off like as humans, not as wrestlers, as human beings. Like, I love Paul London, the human being, and I respect him in the wrestling ring. So we want to wrestle each other, see how that would be. I want to match with Sammy Callahan. I want to beat up my partner Darius Carter. I want to get a heavyweight title in another new company because I have an SWF and an Ace. Yeah. I want to get in a new company. Nice. I want to wrestle in Texas. I want to wrestle in California. I want to wrestle in Illinois, which I'm doing at the end of August. Nice. And I want to get a contract for that one. I know it's every year I want to get a contract.
Hey, those things are all pretty realistic, though. I mean, you've had a tryout with WWE.
Yes. I don't promote it because I don't know. I was taught by Magic that when you get the extra work, it's not about you. You're there to enhance the guy on TV. So my role was to enhance Roman Reigns that night. I see other guys get on extra work and they put it on Facebook immediately. Look, I'm a security guard. Look, I'm a EMT. Look, I'm this guy in the background. I didn't do that. Everyone else did, but I never acknowledged it. And obviously, because the Grim thing and kind of exploded, that's me. Yeah, I got punched in the face by Roman Reigns. 2 years later, I'm admitting it. Yeah, it was surreal. I wrestled Tommy Dreamer, and he basically told me what happened. I've been on TV. 2 weeks later, he says, you have a tryout in December and be in the building at 1 o'clock. I'm like, holy shit, I need to get in shape. So I lost like 15 pounds in 2 weeks. I just did the sauna every day. And I got there. The first day, it was Raw, so I had no idea where I was. I was like, holy shit, where do I go? It was in Philadelphia. And there's like other extras who've been doing it for multiple times. Oh, you gotta follow the sign over there. It's just extra talent and just go hang out catering. I'm like, no, it's not my food. It's their food. I'm not touching their food. So I was literally sitting in the extra locker room, which was the bathroom. It's like, oh shit, what do I do? So and everyone else is getting food, like eat. I'm like, no, I'm not eating. It's not my food. I'm just a guy here. It's their food. I'm not contracted talent. They make you do a physical. We did promos. They love my promo. And then they were like, all right, let's go hang out. We'll call you if we need you. So the first day we did nothing. Because it's Raw. You know, they got to run live.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Second day we got there earlier for SmackDown. I got more comfortable and actually went to catering. And then we had tryout matches, more promos. And then they were like, all right, we're going to have a spot. You know, Roman's going to come out. Sheamus is going to come out with 9 security guards. Said, Roman, you got to leave. So everyone runs down the ring. Roman punches them. Yeah, Roman must pose. You know, he's got his belt and he wins, and everyone loves him. Yeah. So we're going over the spots, and then like, oh, the big guy's good, man. We gotta get him something. So they were running an angle where it's like Roman beat up everybody. Big guy, they just call me big guy. Big guy comes to the ring. Roman's afraid. Holy shit. Big guy tries to take him out the ring. Roman will throw him. Roman will spear him. Roman must pose. Roman Reigns goes, he's too big. Let's establish that he's big, and let me be afraid that he's big, and then let me Superman punch him. Because, like, in reality, if he was trying to throw me out the club, he would be scrapping me and throwing me out the fucking club. And they even put me over on commentary. I never remember that happening. Like, look at the size of this guy.
Really?
So, yeah, he cherry-picked more. So it was cool. I did the spot. I took it all in. I'm like, holy shit, I'm on TV. Roman, come on, go. He's like, all right, no problem. I turn around, Superman punched me.
Wow. Now we're gonna have to go back and watch that.
Now that you're saying, I'm just like it's just playing in my head. I remember
I actually do
vaguely remember it.
Yeah. So Sheamus comes out. There's fucking 9 of us. So I'm like, there's a lot of security guards.
Yeah, he came out with all the security guards. I remember.
I kind of remember
Two
this.
guys run down. Roman fucking beats them up. 2 more come down, and he throws them out the ring. Yeah. Then 3 come in the ring, and he gets back to the buckle. He kicks one. He Royal Rumbles 2 guys. Superman punches the 3rd one. They're like, all right. Big guy's getting a moment. Comes to the ring. Holy shit, big guy in the ring with Roman. This is Roman telling me how it's going down. And so he's like, all right, so Roman, you're like, shit, he's big. All right, I don't want to fuck with him, but I'm going to listen to him and then I'm going to tackle him. That's exactly how we do it.
Oh, man.
So I'm like, what do you need me to do? Just stand there and be big. I'm like, okay, gotcha. So, that was how it went down. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a spear. But he goes, he's too big to spear him, so I'm Superman punch.
Hey, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And he wanted me because we had to do 2 promos before, like the promo tryout. Like, so you had to do 1 promo and then do a promo completely different. So I did one as me and then one as Arnold Swarzenegger. And he's like, you gotta beat Arnold Schwarzenegger when you throw Roman out the ring. So during the rehearsal, I did it as Arnold. I'm like, Roman, you acting crazy. Exactly what happened. He's like, no, I'm not. No, be regular voice. It's not happening. So it was pretty cool. Man.
That's hilarious.
Oh, God. So talking about big, like everyone wants to be taller in this world. Yeah. Do you want to be taller?
Yep. I want to be 7'2".
7'2". Oh.
No, I mean, I'm 6'6", so I guess like the dream height would be 6'9" for some reason. But I mean, it has its advantages because in wrestling, oh shit, he's big. He must be good.
Yeah.
So I mean, but you can't fit the regular cars. So
yeah, that's true.
It has disadvantages too. He's hurt. Like I got my copper.
Oh, those
copper thing.
Yeah. Brett Favre thing.
Brett Favre's it works.
Now, TJ, so can you tell us, as far as like fans or anyone that like doesn't know who TJ Marconi is, what do you want people to know about you when your career is like all said and done?
Entertaining. My main goal is to be entertaining. I'm not going to be the best technical wrestler. I'm not going to be the best high flyer. I'm not going to be the strongest. I'm not going to be the biggest, the baddest. I want to be entertaining. If I can be a really good guy and make you go home, like, I want to be like him, right? If you're a really good bad guy and you want to kill me at the end of the show, I've done my job. If that is enough to get me to, I can make a living off this, then shit, I made it. You know what I'm saying? But, if I were to end today, I did extra work once. I'm happy with it. I'm not content with it, but like, at least I got there. A lot of people don't. Like, my little brothers tell me, I'm the oldest of 10.
You have your own battle royal.
I have my own little screw. They're like, dude, you were WWE, man. Like, no one can take that away from me. And hopefully I'm back.
Yeah.
Nice.
We got any juicy stuff that get me heat? Nah.
No.
You guys, who do I hate? This guy, that guy.
You guys see the Underdogs?
We did. Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. Like, at first, when I was watching the Underdog trailer, I didn't know it was about SWF, and as I'm watching, I'm like, oh, Kid Christian's in this. I was like, and then I'm going through. I was like, oh, TJ Marconi. And I'm going through. I'm like, Arcadia's in it, and I'm like, I noticed. I'm like, oh, wait. And I texted you guys. I'm like, this looks like it's about SWF.
A lot of people don't. They think independent wrestling is like the movie The Wrestler. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's a shitty aspect of it.
Yeah.
Independent wrestling for me was like, all right, I had WWE, I had WCW, then I found JP.
Yeah.
And you know how it was back then. Holy shit. Fucking, they just threw a guy into a wall.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Brody Lee and like Hernandez,
Dude.
man, like that was like crazy.
JP
man.
was like,
You thought like Homicide was the scariest.
Homicide and Teddy Hart's
27.
Homicide and Teddy Hart's feud. I legit thought Homicide was the biggest badass motherfucker in the world. And you mean it, he's 5'3". I'm sorry. Don't beat me up. But like, you'd be like, oh my god, he's the craziest person in the world. And you meet him, and it's like, And in low key, he's like Jet Li reincarnated.
Yeah.
He's small too, but JP made them gigantic.
Yeah.
It was funny because when my first show was the night Charlie Haas re-debuted.
Okay.
And Monster Mac was doing commentary, and I walked to the door, and I looked at my first show, and I was like, Monster Mac should be in the ring.
Yeah.
Like, he shouldn't be a wrestler. And then a couple months later, he was like back in the ring, and I'm like, that dude's a wrestler, and he's like the scariest dude. Like, and he's just in a polo before that. I'm like, I can't see this guy now. Like, I see him in a polo. I'm like, it doesn't look real. Like,
I know Mac did this show twice, and it's just Mac has been like a father figure to me, like lately, like to guide me, like what I need to do next. And he gave me the opportunity to JP, and like I can't say enough good stuff about Mac. And Mac knows what he said to me recently, and like I'm using that, and I'm like, this is how I'm gonna get to the next level. And he's just the guy who's giving back to all the new guys in the business, which is tremendous.
He's actually given us a lot too. Because he was
definitely true.
Our second guest, but he ended up being our
first guest.
Well, actually, he was our first guest. That was supposed to be our second guest, and then he went back to be our first. It was a whole thing because we lost the audio from one of our guests, and like without Monster Mac, like we wouldn't be able to get like Robbie E or Sonny Boy or Sean Maluda because he gave us that legitimate cred.
Yeah, and he was like our first one.
Yeah, because he gave us that rub because he had so many people that just love him.
Yeah.
People grew up with him. People see all these incredible stories and. You sit down with him and you're like, this guy's a monster. And then you see like, he's like a pure heart of gold.
Like, he is as much of a monster and like in the ring, but like his heart is even bigger.
All he does is help people. Like
that's what he does.
Like these past like few weeks, like I've been like, all right, I'm seeing all these guys get pushed and signed, and like I know you telling me that today was like really humbling, and I thank you for telling me that because like literally, I sit there, I'm like, all right, what do I need to do to get better? What do I need to do today to get better? And I was always like, all right, so I gotta have good promos, good ring work, and I gotta look right. So like I'm working on looking better in the ring. But then I'm seeing guys that I look better than, or I promo better than, and I wrestle better than, and they're getting more and more opportunity. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
And I hit him up. I'm like, Steve, what am I doing wrong? And he's like, you're doing nothing wrong. Like it's just taking you more time. And he gave me a lot of pointers what I should be doing and how I should approach my next 6 months in business. Yeah. And I'm doing that now. It was tremendous that he helped me out.
And with Mac especially, and I guess just us doing this in general as well, like, meeting guys like me and you, it just shows us like, like you guys are just just like us,
Yeah.
you know, like you're human.
Yeah.
And it's like for Mac is like somebody, you know, like I call him a friend now.
Yeah.
You know, like he's a good guy. I can talk to him. I can hit him up on Messenger or whatever and talk to him. And it's like he'll talk to me like a normal person and, you know, just shoot the breeze with me.
Bullshit you about Angela White or whatever. No.
Yeah, he will. But he's a good dude. And
This is what I'm trying to tell. Like, I love Darius Carter. Like, I know, like, we don't team as much anymore, and he's doing his own thing. I'm doing my own thing, but like, Darius needs to learn how to be Darius and not Devin and Naina half the time. Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm telling you real talk. Like, he would come on here and like he would rub people the wrong way, or he would like act like he's above you guys. Like, man, you're building your podcast. I'm building my brand. Let's work together. Let's get this thing happening.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
We're so grateful because like we started off and it was just like 4 episodes of us just ranting about Raw. Yeah. Like, that's so dated. Like I can go back and listen to like Monster Mac, and that was only like 10 months ago. And like, wow, like that still holds up today. And we were talking about the same things we were talking about. Like Kenny Omega, like we paid $20 to see Kenny Omega at Jersey All Pro. Nobody knew he was going to be like this massive star.
My first time was at Ace, and he was wrestling Damn Off. And I saw Kenny Omega, like, literally from here to there was Kenny Omega, and now he's, like, the biggest fucking star in the world.
It's crazy, man.
And that's what I try to get people to realize about independent wrestling is, like, go to these shows. Like, like, there might be some shit on the show. Like, I ain't gonna front. Like, there's probably gonna be some bad.
Yeah.
But you might see the next Kenny Omega. You might see the next Stone Cold. You might see the next Shawn Michaels, Diesel, The Rock.
Brody Lee.
And
then the Redneck Wrecking Crew.
Damn, bro.
Were you there that night they were taping the wrestler?
Yeah, I was also there that night. Then I watched Nick Gage versus Jerry the King Lawler.
Yeah.
Like, let's think about that.
Yeah.
Nick Gage versus Jerry the King Lawler. I saw that at JP. You ain't gonna get that anywhere else for JP.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
And they used to bring in like all the TNA guys, like Samoa Joe and Abyss. I remember like they brought in Abyss right after he threw Christian in the pool and stuff like that.
I didn't know about TNA or matter of fact, like I'm honored until they brought in the Jersey All Pro. Like that's why like people don't realize how important Jersey All Pro is to the scene right now and why it needs to get bigger and better again. Because they brought in like guys you need to know. They brought in Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn before anyone in America knew who they were. Yeah.
I was in LA.
Dude.
Yeah, man, I was one of those guys. And then they also had like Jay Lethal.
Yeah. Hydro.
Yeah, man.
Hydro. Special K.
Oh man, Kim Ruther, all those guys, man. Those guys. I mean, Arcadia too. I mean, Arcadia, man.
Arcadia is probably the number one underrated guy in wrestling.
I keep saying that.
They
know that's my favorite, man.
The number one underrated guy. And if you're listening, I gave you the hand.
It's funny because I think Colin West enhanced that too because they cut some amazing promos.
Dude, he is the number one underrated guy. And was he as talented back in the day? Maybe not. But right now, forget it.
He's a beast.
Forget it. I'd put him on every show. If I was in charge of a company, he'd be on every show.
Definitely. Yeah. So before we close out and wrap up, we're here. We have Underdogs here. They're shooting us. Can you just kind of just give us a rundown about what Underdogs is all about?
Well, Underdogs, like to me, like everyone has their opinion about the documentary that's being filmed. It's showing the real life of independent wrestling. I think it's showing the real aspects of independent wrestling, how it's done, and how much bullshit that we have to go through. Like SWF in particular has to deal with a lot of garbage, and from the internet and from rival companies, and even wrestlers on the show have to deal with stuff, and Facebook and social media and all that garbage as well. So it's showing you the trials and the tribulations. And I know it sounds cliche, but it's showing you that aspect of, okay, this is what they have to go through just to even get to the show, and then how much more they have to do when it's show day, and then like post show, like the reactions of like if they had a good match, bad match, good draw, bad draw. Yeah, it's just showing like the consumer and the people that don't know wrestling. Okay, I know WWE, Vince McMahon, yeah, cool, but like, where did all these guys start from? Oh, a company like this, yeah, and the Underdogs of wrestling.
Nice. That's awesome. Well, we can't wait till it drops until we see it, man.
I'm very grateful. Like I love SWF, House of Glory. It's probably like one of my other favorite companies too, and it's just like seeing all these companies Like House of Glory went from being small to now I think they're one of the best companies in America.
Yeah.
They don't even realize how good they are.
Mm-hmm.
They have that Hog Live. I don't know if you guys see it on Facebook. They put out a show every Friday.
Yeah.
Every Friday. It's some of the most well-produced wrestling show that I've seen.
Yeah.
It's better than a lot of stuff I've seen on TV. It's very well-produced. And they have their WrestleMania show, I call it their WrestleMania show, High Intensity, in August 18th for SummerSlam weekend.
Nice.
And I that's what I'm looking forward to the most right now is House of Glory. Like, I know I have House of Hardcore coming up, but like, I'm looking at House of Glory right now.
Nice. As far as any like upcoming events or where fans can follow you, social media, things like that.
Most of it is at TJ Marconi. So Facebook, TJ Marconi, MARCONI. It's not macaroni. So that's Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm learning how to use Snapchat. I'm not that good at it. I can't change my handle, so it's from my old shtick, the Good Times Only stuff. So that's at Good Times Only. I have a website that I didn't make, so it's TJ-MARCONI Marconi.com.
Nice.
And I'm kind of being more exclusive now where I wrestle, so I'll be at Forza Lucha this Saturday, the 29th, or this might be post whenever the episode goes up. But like, I'll always be at SWF. I'll always be at House of Hardcore. I'll always be at House of Glory. I'll be at Excite Wrestling in Binghamton. But like, I'm trying to become more selective so I can become more of a brand. That was like direct from Mac.
Yeah.
So it's like, because you can see me everywhere, and then why are they gonna come see you?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're at, like, he was like probably the second person. Like, you don't realize how much of a buzz you have about yourself right now. You don't realize that you do have some value in your name. Now, use it to your advantage. So, like, I have Jersey All Pro in October, which, of course, you guys realize if you're listening, that's probably like another huge bucket list thing for me. It's going to be the main show. But I'm trying to be more selective of where I go and treat myself more like a name, I guess.
Yeah.
But I still don't think that I am.
That'll be your first time in the rec center.
Yeah.
Competing?
Yeah.
Wow.
That'd be great.
That's gonna be
That's
weird being
awesome.
on the other side of it, you know what
Right?
I'm saying?
Being a
Yeah.
manager for that?
I'll be sponsored by the Wrestling IQ.
Yeah.
He has his jacket on. He's ready.
That's window pane.
Nice. Well, TJ, we definitely. Well, TJ, we thank you for coming through, for being on the show.
Thank you.
You are a big name, even though you might not think it, but we appreciate it, man.
It's not gonna hit me. So like, I gotta do. Like, I think that keeps me hungry and humble.
Definitely. It's a good way to be, man. Definitely. But we definitely appreciate you coming by,
Thank you for coming on.
Thanks. And for us, we're Wrestling IQ 101. You can follow us at Wrestling IQ 101 on Twitter, Instagram. Make sure you check out the website, WrestlingIQ101.com. You can hear this great interview, all of our other great interviews. And you can check this out on the B Plus Player Network, B Plus Player Radio Network. Make sure you subscribe, listen, follow, all that great stuff. And we're out. You have just listened to the Wrestling IQ 101 podcast, powered by B Plus Player Radio.
One more for the good guy.